Good evening, everyone, from Twin Valley High School in Everson, Pennsylvania. This is Berks County football on the Flagship Network. Tonight, it's the 6-1 Wyomissing Spartans on the road to take on the 7-0 Twin Valley Raiders. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast. My name is Max Grutzula. Every team has games circled on their calendar when they start the season. This is truly one here tonight, both for Wyomissing and Twin Valley. Wyomissing 6-1, Twin Valley 7-0. We'll touch on their strengths here in our open, and we'll start with the rushing attack of Wyomissing. We'll start with Justice Hardy. This is a guy who's gotten the job done at the running back position all season long, but it's a true committee. 43 rushing attempts, 401 yards. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns as well. You'll see some highlights of him as well as his teammates, but we want to highlight him specifically because he is a true 3-down workhorse. He can pass catch. He can run block. He can run between the tackles. He can turn the corner as well. He's everything you want in a running back, and he certainly will be playing at the next level. Let's shout out to the offensive line as well for Wyomissing. One of the main reasons why they are 6-1 on the season is because of the movement they get up front and the holes that they create. On the other side of things, let's touch on the Twin Valley Raiders, and of course, you can't talk about them without talking about their star quarterback, Evan Myers. 2 rushing touchdowns a week ago, 8 carries. He had over 100 rushing yards, and he's really everything you want in a quarterback position when you flip the script and talk about Twin Valley. He's got leadership, he's got vision, he's got great arm strength, and out of all the attributes, I'm going to harp back to his leadership because of the fact that his dad is the coach. It was instilled in him from a very young age. Obviously, he continues to play at the highest of levels in Section 4, of course, with Twin Valley leading the way so far this season at a 7-0 record, and they'll continue to look forward to next week as well. They can't overlook this team, but again, we talked about in the opening, circling those games. There's big-time matchups down the stretch here, and let's touch on the fan vote as well. Wyomissing 71%. If they want to get the victory here tonight, they'll have to come up big, have some big-time stops, especially in the red zone, and hold Twin Valley off the scoreboard from a touchdown standpoint. We know they'll get theirs at the end of the day. They're too good of a team, but trying to at least hold them out of the end zone for the most part and hold them to field goals overall. Quick shout-out to our sponsors, Palumbo Foods, CBL Custom Apparel, the Reading Raptors, the Wyomissing Family Restaurant, UECU, Leo Design Gallery and Flower Shop, the Surgical Institute of Reading, Mays Sandwich Shop, and last but not least, the Bulldog Hour. We will have kickoff right here, 6-1 versus 7-0. Something has to give here tonight.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henney.
Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to
Tell me that this is really work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up.
Welcome back, everyone. Wyomissing, Twin Valley. Here we go. Wyomissing won the toss. They defer to the second half, which means Evan Myers and Twin Valley, their offense will be on the field to start here tonight in front of their home crowd. Twin Valley coming off a 49-0 victory over Donegal last week. That game ended at halftime. Donegal, already shorthanded, suffered multiple injuries in the first half and eventually forfeited the game. So Evan Myers will start possession with the football and his team at the 20-yard line, and it's a give and go, and it's incomplete. Pass was incomplete. It was intended for number 2, Lucas Myers, and it'll bring up a second down and 10. Obviously, you see Myers bobble a low snap, and you see it all night. I should say you will see it all night with him at the quarterback position, runs the RPO offense. And he's got Evan Johnson, one of the best running backs as well here in Berks County, to work with and help him out in the backfield. Johnson gets the carry, finds a hole. He's up past the 25, and he's brought down around the 30. Again, Evan Johnson, he's another big-time player in this backfield, another senior as well on this Twin Valley team. Outside of Myers leading the way on offense, they want to work quickly. Johnson gets his number called yet again, and it's a shorter gain this time as he works his way up to the 32-yard line. So Johnson now fed twice already on this possession. Johnson again, he'll hand off, and he'll get it up the gut. He has big-time running room, and he's up across the 45-yard line. Twin Valley continues to work quickly. Fakes the handoff, and it's Myers on the far sideline out across the 50 on the screen pass. Myers will hand off to Johnson, and he can't make the first man miss. Hardy, we talked about him in the opening at the running back position. He comes in and makes that tackle against the lethal Johnson in the backfield. It'll set up a 3rd down for Twin Valley. Biggest play of the game for either side. Wyomissing trying to get off the field and give their offense a shot here to quiet the crowd on the road. Johnson in motion. Myers will scramble to the near sideline, and that will take off. And he's brought down short of 1st down yardage. It'll be 4th down and 2 in no man's land. And will Coach Myers go for it on 4th down? It looks like he will. He'll keep the offense on the football field. Play clock continues to wind. And Twin Valley will be forced to call a timeout with the play clock nearing expiration. So we'll take a quick timeout. Nothing your score, but a big 4th down coming up after this timeout. Stick with us. Big 4th down coming up for the Raiders. 9:26 to play in the 1st quarter, and already facing our biggest play of the game right here. Twin Valley used to going right down the field on their opening possessions against their previous opponents. Again, we mentioned in the opening holding their last 2 opponents scoreless. And right here we have a situation where Wyomissing can give their offense a spark and get off the field on 4th down. So here we go, 4th down and 2. Johnson will get the carry. He'll go up the gut. And he'll be brought down around the 1st down marker. And he does get the 1st down. Half yard over the line to gain. And the Twin Valley drive continues. First down and 10 from the Wyomissing 43-yard line. Johnson in the shock, or I should say Myers in the shotgun. Johnson to his left. Here comes the motion man, trying to turn the corner, and not much doing there as Hardy is in pursuit. Hardy thinks the ball came out, and it did. We saw one-way jersey freaking out after the play was over. Everybody kind of scratching their heads, thought it was a typical tackle. But the man who made the play knew the result, and it's a Twin Valley turnover. So Wyomissing now will come onto the football field for the first time here tonight. And you see Hardy now, number 5 in the huddle. Keep an eye on him. He'll get plenty of carries here tonight. Very uncharacteristic of this Raiders team. Again, a tough 4th down conversion and then turning the football over in their opponent's territory. Eisenhower in the backfield on 1st down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Hardy will get the carry. He'll try the far side, and he's got some space across midfield into enemy territory. And Justice Hardy, just like that, putting his fingerprints on the game on both sides of the ball. Teddy White, number 14, the quarterback. He's not asked to do much from Coach Wolfram except for lead the offense and try not to turn the football over. He's got the big boys in the backfield. Eisenhower behind him. They'll get the carry. Up the gut. Big chunk of yardage for Chase Eisenhower. Well, you see the size of Eisenhower listed at 6 foot, 215 pounds, and he's chiseled out there. It'll be a 2nd down and short. Make it 1 to be exact. Hardy and Eisenhower both in the backfield. Eisenhower will get the carry. He tries the middle, and there's not much doing. Let's see if he got the first. I don't think he did. He might be just short. And now the referees will give it to him. We move the chains. Clock winds. It's first down and 10. Ball marked at the 36-yard line. Eisenhower again in the backfield. Hardy in motion. He gets the carry, tries the far sideline, makes a couple of men miss, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the Raiders' 30-yard line. So Justice Hardy and Chase Eisenhower, both guys getting their name called on this opening possession, and both continue to produce at a high level. Game plan here for Wyomissing, as it is most weeks, is running the football. And it's most important here tonight in trying to keep Evan Myers and that lethal offense off the field for Twin Valley. Fewer possessions for the Raiders, the better it is for the Spartans. We say that to say Twin Valley continues to blow teams out of the water. One of the main reasons, obviously, why they are 7-0 is their offense. And Fleeshhood has his first carry of the game, number 1. He's brought down inside the 25-yard line, maybe just at it.
51 takedown.
Marker on the play.
51 takedown. Okay. Corey. Yep.
So Wyomissing picks up the penalty. It's a hold on the offensive line. It will back him up 10 yards.
With holding on the offense, number 51, 10-yard penalty, still second down.
Max Tipton, number 51, guilty of the hold. So that'll be a second down and 13 from the Raiders' 38-yard line. White under center, and we have a pre-snap whistle.
Foul, encroachment on the defense, still second down.
So after the holding penalty, Wyomissing gets 5 yards back, and it'll bring up second down and 8, a little bit more manageable as Eisenhower gets the call, and he barrels his way for a short gain inside the 35-yard line. Two-yard pickup for Eisenhower. It'll be a third down and 6 for this Wyomissing offense, who continues to chew clock here in the first quarter. Eisenhower in the backfield, Hardy to the right. Fleeshhood, top of your screen, number 1. Hardy in motion. It's White's first passing attempt of the game, and it goes incomplete. He was looking for Eisenhower out of the backfield. Fourth down and 6 upcoming for this Wyomissing offense. We saw a 4th down and 2 for the Twin Valley team just on the last possession. They went for it, they got it, and then turned the football over after the fumble. And Coach Wolfram will bring the punting unit onto the football field. Neither one of these teams used a field goal attempt. This is going to be a deep one. A deep one for Wyomissing. Kick is up. And it's off the crossbar and out. Wow. Coach Wolfram trusting his kicker. I couldn't believe it. I thought they were definitely going to punt that one away. And Keegan Maher. Deep attempt. No good. We'll send it to break. Twin Valley offense coming back on the field. Welcome back, everyone. It was a 42-yard attempt for Maher, and he came up just a yard short off the crossbar, and the Twin Valley offense comes back onto the field. Couldn't believe that Coach Wolfram kicked the field goal there. Myers scrambles out to his right and completes a pass on the far sideline, and it's good for a 9-yard gain. Ben Grundy, his first reception of the game. And it'll be a pickup of 10. So it's a first down for Twin Valley. Their first play on this most recent possession goes for 10 yards, and it goes for a Raiders first down. Ball's marked at the 30. Johnson gets the carry. He's met by a couple of white jerseys in the backfield and brought down. So Johnson picks up a half a yard on first down, and it'll be second down and 9. Johnson, over 3,000 yards in his career here at Twin Valley. He eclipsed that mark 1 week ago. He's not used to, I'm sure, getting battled up in the backfield, especially on these first couple possessions. He's going to have to work for it here tonight. Second and 9. Pistol formation for Twin Valley. Myers thought about throwing it. Direct snap to him. He's met immediately. Eisenhower meets Myers in the backfield, and it'll set up a third down and long for this Raiders offense. Two of the best rushers in Section 4 on back-to-back plays get swallowed up. Myers in the backfield, Johnson to his right. It's a third down and 9. Myers back to pass, clean pocket, and it's too far for his intended target and incomplete. Myers looking for Myers on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Twin Valley has to punt. Justice Hardy back deep for Wyomissing to return. Grundy gets the punt away. It's a pretty good one. And now taking a positive Wyomissing punt, or hop I should say, and it goes deeper into Wyomissing territory. So Grundy got a leg on it. Ball bounces, and it bounces pretty aggressively back towards the Twin Valley side of things. And now Wyomissing trying to take advantage of the 3 and out, or outside of that one catch from Grundy on the far sideline. So White will come back under center. He'll have Eisenhower in the backfield along with Hardy, number 5 as well. That's one to highlight here in the opening first couple of possessions. White takes the snap. He'll hand, and it's a big-time gain. Running down the sideline is near Nydrowski, and he's knocked out of bounds. So we mentioned in the opening, the rushing attack for this Wyomissing team, it's a true committee. And 3, 4, maybe even 5 white jerseys can rush the football at the highest of levels, and you'll see it throughout the rest of this football game. Nydrowski with his first carry of the game. And it's good for a Wyomissing first down. Nydrowski again in the backfield. And we have some movement up front pre-snap.
Action center. Dead ball foul. Snap infraction on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first.
So Wyomissing shoots themselves in the foot. It's a false start, and it'll back them up 5 yards. Clock continues to wind here, late stages of the first quarter. White under center. Nydrowski in the backfield. He'll get his number called yet again. He'll try up the gut, and he'll fall forward for a short gain. For a Twin Valley defense that has pitched back-to-back shutouts against their opponents, they haven't faced a test so far this season like they do here tonight. Eisenhower, Nydrowski, both listed over 6 foot, both listed over 200 pounds. And they're agile, athletic, you name it. Second down and 12. White under center. Nydrowski still in the backfield. Hardy gets his carry. He tries the far sideline, and it's a great open field tackle. Moser, credit him with the stop. Third down upcoming for White in the offense. 2:15 and ticking away here in the first quarter. Ball marked at the 22-yard line of Twin Valley. It's been a grudge match here on the first few possessions of the football game. Nydrowski, the tailback. He'll get his number called. He'll try the gut again, and there's not much doing as the Twin Valley defense suffocates Nydrowski on that play. That'll bring up a 4th down and 8. And the offense will stay on the field. Interesting call again for Coach Wolfram. It was a 42-yard attempt that he decided to not go for and kick the field goal. Now a little bit shorter for Maher, his kicker, but he'll leave the offense on the field. 4th down and 8. Hardy gets the carry, tries the far side. Now up gut. He'll try, and he'll come just short of the goal line. As he picks up the first down and a little bit more, he's fired up, and the offensive line comes over to pick up his emotions. Big-time play from Justice Hardy. Hardy, again, one of the more emotional members of this Wyomissing team. You saw him recover the fumble on the opening drive for Twin Valley. He gets his number called here on offense and produces at a high level. It's 1st down and goal. Twin Valley trying to wall up. Ball marked at the 3-yard line. Nydrowski in the backfield. White takes the snap. He'll hand to Nydrowski, and he's upended immediately, short of the goal line. It'll bring up a 2nd down and goal. Eisenhower and Nydrowski both producing well so far, but the last few handoffs have been matched at the line of scrimmage by the Raiders. Could be the last play of this first quarter. Nydrowski again in the backfield, as is Hardy, number 5. 2 men to highlight. Hardy gets the call. He'll barge into the end zone for a Wyomissing touchdown. Wyomissing takes advantage of the short field the Twin Valley Raiders gave them, and they convert on a 2nd down and goal rushing attempt. It's Justice Hardy. His 4th rushing TD of the season. Maher on for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. 7-0. Wyomissing Spartans on top. We'll see Evan Myers and the Twin Valley offense try to answer right after this. .12 seconds remaining in this first quarter. It was a punt that momentarily looked to be pretty good from Grundy, but it took a Wyomissing hop deeper in the Raider territory, and Wyomissing converts the short field into 7 points. So Maher set to kick this one back to the Raiders, looking for a spark on offense, something that most people may not have stated so far this year with how awesome their offense has been throughout the first 7 games. Not so much here, however, as they're in danger of getting shut out on their home turf in the first quarter. Johnson on the return, and he'll be short of the 20-yard line. So Johnson better off just letting that one bounce into the end zone. But he keeps it with 7 seconds remaining, and there'll be one more play here before the end of the first quarter. Ball marked just inside the 20-yard line. Myers in the shotgun. Johnson to his right. He takes the snap, and he'll keep it himself. Tries to turn the corner. Now he'll bounce it outside, past the 20, past the 25, still running, and he dives out of bounds past the 30-yard line. Evan Myers may be on that bench on the last possession, thinking to himself he may have to take matters into his own hands just a little bit more, as Twin Valley has finally met its match in the opening quarter. 7-0 Spartans. We'll be right back for second quarter action after this. Second quarter action starts now at Twin Valley High School. Wyomissing 7, and the Raiders nothing. They have possession of the football, however, as we open this second quarter. A 10-yard pickup on the ground from Myers before the expiration of the first quarter. So we flip ends of the field now. And the Raiders will go back to work on offense. First down and 10 from the 33. Myers in the shotgun. Johnson to his left. Motion man. Johnson gets his number called, and he's upended after a 3-yard pickup, the middle. Max Tipton, credit him with the tackle. It'll bring up a second down and 7. Myers takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. RPO is on. He makes a man miss, and he gets brought down momentarily. Look to be shaken up there. Now he'll get back up. He's got his ankles both taped up at the quarterback position just because of how much he runs the football. The wrists are taped up as well. And we'll see what Myers and company can continue to offer here on offense. Johnson, number 14, is the tailback. Not the biggest of backs, but when the offensive line is as talented as that Twin Valley front is, he makes it look easy. And he's brought down after a short pickup. Four-yard pickup for Johnson. It'll bring up a second down and 6. Again, Myers, on the most recent rushing attempt, picked up a first down. And the Raiders now continue to move closer towards midfield. Motion man yet again. Myers will hand to Johnson, who finds a hole, and he's into Wyomissing territory, brought down at the 45-yard line. Finally, a hole found for Johnson. He's been bottled up in the backfield multiple times here tonight. First down and more for the Raiders. Johnson again gets his number called. He surveys the front, and he's brought down pretty quickly after a 2-yard pickup. Well, Johnson, we saw the last rush, found the hole immediately and barged through it. That time a little bit more patient after the carry and the short gain. Second down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup. Again, clock continues to wind. Under 10 minutes to go. Pretty quick game so far here in the first half. Myers the motion man. And Johnson gets another carry. It's his third one in a row, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line. Johnson, no stranger to a healthy workload. One of the most decorated careers in Twin Valley Raider history. Third and 5. Myers will keep it himself. Lobs one down the middle of the field. It's caught. It's Myers to Myers. The connection is on. Evan Myers to Lucas Myers, and he's tackled inside the 15-yard line. Johnson, he gets the carry, and he's met pretty quickly, still on his feet, and he protects the football as Hardy tried to strip it from his backside. My apologies, that's Armstead in the backfield. That'll bring up a second down for Twin Valley. Ball's marked at the 19-yard line. Johnson in the backfield. Pre-snap motion yet again. Johnson gets the call, and he's met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Wyomissing trying to incorporate your typical bend, but don't break defense and wall up in their red zone. Under 8 to play in the second quarter. Clock continues to wind. Again, fast-paced action. Myers looked Johnson's way, and he's brought down pretty quickly, hit hard. And Myers a little slow to get up. So that'll bring up a fourth down. Nate Schaefer on for the three-point attempt, and we have a pre-snap whistle.
Dead ball foul. We got encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, fourth down. Okay?
So after the offside, it'll be 5 yards closer for Twin Valley. And the field goal unit will remain on the field. Schaefer has the kick up. And it's good. 7-3 your score. Twin Valley on the board. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Back here to a timeout. Wyomissing's defense bends but doesn't break. They allow a field goal, not a touchdown, and they remain in the lead 7-3. One of the main things I talked about in the opening was the defense. We know Twin Valley is going to get theirs. We know Wyomissing is going to get theirs as well. Depends on what side you look at. But from a Wyomissing side of things, if they're able to hold Twin Valley to field goals and not touchdowns, really at any level, that goes without explaining. They have a better opportunity to win, especially here on the road in a hostile environment. Again, homecoming weekend here for Twin Valley. And one of the best offensives here in the state of Pennsylvania. Schaefer to kick back to Wyomissing. And then we'll try to answer the field goal of the Raiders. Felicia on the return. And we have a flag on the play.
10 from the. Yep. We have holding on the kicking team, number 33, 10 yards from the end of the run. First down.
So it's a 10-yard penalty that'll back up Wyomissing after the hold. And they'll begin their drive at the 21-yard line. So the healthy return from Fleischood wiped away. White will hand off on the end around, and it's a pretty healthy pickup that time on first down. Macrina, first pickup of the game. Again, his first carry of the game as well. First possession of the game, we saw Eisenhower in the backfield. Nydrowski was the man on the second possession, and now here on the third, it's a new member in that backfield. Macrina, number 23. We'll highlight him. It's another carry. And past the 30-yard line that time, and that's good for Wyomissing first down. Eisenhower, credit him with that pickup on the carry. This time it's Eisenhower in the backfield, Macrina to the bench. Hardy still in the backfield. Eisenhower gets the carry. He bodies his way past the 25-yard line and brought down there shortly after. When you have so many bodies at the running back position that can produce at a high level, it really wears the defense down, and we expect that to show for the Raiders in the second half. Clock again continues to wind. We're past the midway point here in the second quarter. Eisenhower, the man in the backfield, number 21. White under center, takes the handoff, and trying to turn the corner that time, and it's a short gain. Macrina, his second carry. Wyomissing continues to pick up first downs on the ground. And that's good for another one. It's first down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Eisenhower gets the carry. He finds some running room, and he picks up 7, maybe 8 yards. So that'll bring up a second down and short. And the Wyomissing offensive line continues to move the defensive line of Twin Valley, something we haven't seen so far this season from the Raiders. Coach Wolfram in his 38th season at the helm of this Wyomissing football team. And what an upset victory it'll be here tonight. He wouldn't tell you that, but I'm sure the majority of the fans here in Berks County would consider it.
4.
It'll be a false start on the offense. And so far here in the first half of play,
Dead
first
ball
quarter
foul.
plus.
False start, number 44 on the offense. Still second down. We still rolling?
We have seen Wyomissing continue to run the football and do it extremely well, but the penalties now are starting to add up. End around to Hardy. He'll try the right side. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet into enemy territory to the 35 and knocked out of bounds. Justice Hardy. Just a different feel when he gets in open space, and he shows you the damage he can do. First and 10 from the Twin Valley 33-yard line. Eisenhower in the backfield after the big-time pickup from Hardy. Eisenhower gets the number He's still on his feet. He barrels over a defender. Nobody's going to stop him. Eisenhower, touchdown, Spartans. You saw McCrana go in motion to the far side, just like Hardy did on the last play. May have thrown the defense through a loop a little bit, and Eisenhower gets his number called. And normally when you don't have 2 or 3 bodies on the defensive side of things meet him immediately, don't let him get a full head of steam. And he shows you what kind of damage he can do. It's a big-time touchdown, making it a 33-yard one at that, plus the extra point for Maher. 14-3 your score, 3:43 to play until halftime. Spartans feeling themselves. Welcome back, everyone. 14-3 your score. Evan Johnson back to return the kickoff for Twin Valley. For an offense that continues to put up 40-plus points a game, tonight is a little bit shocking to see. On their home turf, 14-3 is the deficit for the Raiders as they get possession of the football back. 3:44 to play, and we touched on how fast this first half, quarter plus really to say so far, has continued to move. And it's just because of the fact that the Spartans continue to run the football right down the throats of the Raiders, and the clock continues to wind. They do that versus most opponents, but again, continue to harp on the fact of the Raider offense sitting on that bench and keeping the football out of the hands of Evan Myers, much like teams try to do against the Kansas City Chiefs and Mahomes, as Johnson has barreled up pretty quickly. He works his way just past the 20-yard line, make it the 21, and that's where the Twin Valley offense will head out to on this possession. Crowd quiet under the lights here in Elverson. Handoff goes to Johnson. He's met pretty quickly, trying to make somebody miss. He can't, and he's brought down after a pickup of 1. Johnson goes in motion. Snap goes to Myers. Slip screen set up, and it's red. Wyomissing sniffed that one out, and it's Fleeshood on the tackle. Third down and 12 for Twin Valley. Offensive pace has started to slow, something we're not accustomed to. But this Raiders offense, they normally like to work quickly. Johnson gets the play call, Myers gets the play call in. He's orchestrating the offense. Johnson again in motion to the far side. Myers will roll out, he'll keep it himself, trying to find a hole, and he does, past the 30-yard line. Look out, Myers past midfield. He's got some healthy space in front of him to the 30, and he's tackled at the 25-yard line of Wyomissing. Strict point, straightforward. Myers playing with some swagger. Well, we were waiting for that blow-up play from Twin Valley. We know they can do it with the best of them. This time the hand will go to Johnson. Can that spark something for this Twin Valley offense that has been on autopilot so far here in the first half? 3-yard pickup from Johnson. It'll be a 2nd down and 7, deep in Wyomissing territory. It's a 50-yard scramble run for Evan Myers. Johnson, again, the RPO option working perfectly as Johnson cuts it back upfield, and he's barreled down immediately inside of the 5-yard line. Hardy comes in on the tackle, hits Myers hard. But now Myers and the rushing attack of this Raiders team starting to pick up the pace a little bit here. Johnson not able to get the job done. Now we have 2 Myers in the backfield. Lucas Myers dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Twin Valley. Lucas Myers, credit him with the touchdown. Credit Evan Myers with sparking this offense. And it was just a matter of time before the Raiders struck. Schaefer on for the extra point. And it's off the upright, no good. Lot to catch you up on after the break. Catch your breath, everyone. 14-9 your score.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite, you invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henry. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to.
Welcome back, everyone. 14-9 is your score. Wyomissing leads. It's runs of 50 and 18 for Evan Myers on that last possession. And then Lucas Myers punching one in up the gut for a touchdown. Schaefer missed the extra point, however. So that's where we are left now with a score of 14-9. Hardy on the return, trying to look for some space. He's barreled up deep in his own territory, tries to turn the corner, and he does so successfully. Passes the 25-yard line and out of bounds. So what could have looked pretty dangerously poor for Hardy turns positive, and that's what happens when the ball's in the hands of number 5. Let's talk about the defense real quick for Wyomissing. Looks super impressive on the first few drives, and even on that last one, until a 50-yard rush from Myers broke things open, and then another one of 18 down inside the 5-yard line of Wyomissing. It was only a matter of time, and Wyomissing now trying to avoid the chunk plays, but first things first, they'll try to answer on offense. And it's a handoff up the gut. Nydrowski on the carry. Three-yard pickup for Nydrowski. It's a 2nd down and 7. Fleischhood will jog off. Hardy turns the corner on the far sideline, and he's brought down just shy of the 35. Yeagle credited with the tackle. Halftime here in Elverston, Pennsylvania. Max Kretzula on the call. Wyomissing 14, Twin Valley 9. Wyomissing leads on the road. It's homecoming night for the Raiders. We'll see what the second half has to offer. We'll get you some halftime report and stats, and see you for second half action. Stick with us, everyone.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes.
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it
So
wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
no, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henne. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to.
Telling me that this is going to work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Welcome back to Twin Valley High School here in Elberson, Pennsylvania, everyone. It's 14-9, your score at the half. Wyomissing continues to lead this football game, and they've done it not only running the football, but they also have played some absolutely tremendous defense as well to try to hold Edmund Myers and company down at the quarterback position, of course. Let's start on that side of things. Again, when we bookmarked this thing in the beginning of this game, 6-1 versus 7-0. That was the storyline coming in. Wyomissing continues to play at a high level. We'll touch on the rushing attack to start, You have Justice Hardy, who continues to run at the highest of high levels. Nidrowski as well. Eisenhower also. Fleischhood has gotten a couple of carries as well. But I will say this, as we move into this second half, the clock is starting to become a factor, of course, for Twin Valley. Keeping Evan Myers off the football field has been one of the biggest tasks that Coach Wolfram and company have had told their team. and that is to keep him off the field the majority of the time and give themselves extended possessions. When we talk about the flip side of things, Nevin Johnson, outside of his massive gain on the ground, a 50-yard run, and also the 18-yard run to set up the touchdown on that most recent possession, it's been a quiet offensive start to this football game, at least in the first half for Twin Valley. Evan Johnson comes into this game coming off a performance where he only ran the ball 8 times, but he got over 100 yards in that game, 110 to be exact. Tonight, a completely different story. He's only thrown 3 passes in this game, completed 2 of them. And again, outside of that massive run, this game could be completely different. It could obviously be 14-3 at the least. So what we've seen from Wyomissing is a lot of running the football, a lot of milking the clock. It was one of the quickest first halves that we've seen here in Section 4 all season long, and that's what Wyomissing does against all opponents. That does not change here tonight, but with Evan Myers continuing to be on the sideline, it's really hard for this Twin Valley team to not only get more possessions for their quarterback and company, but Evan Johnson continues to get battled up in the backfield by the defensive line for Wyomissing. So 14-9, your halftime score. We'll see what the defense of Wyomissing has to offer, but more importantly, we'll see what Evan Myers and company can do at the quarterback position and on offense really as a whole and try to battle themselves back into this game. The score tells one story, but what you've seen throughout the first half of play tells a completely different one. And Wyomissing truly, at least in my opinion, is dominating this game right now. We'll see you for second half action right here from Twin Valley High School after this.
know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite, you invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henry. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to
telling me that this is going to work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Welcome back, everyone. 14-9, Wyomissing leads Twin Valley at the half. Beautiful night here for football. We continue to see it every night now. It gets a little chillier and chillier, but a great crowd on hand. And Wyomissing, they travel well. Their fans in attendance on the opposite side of the football field. As we see Myers warming up, needs to get the offense started, and he did so towards the end of that second quarter. Did it with his legs, and we talked about that in the opening as well. Not only can he do it with his arm, he can do it with his legs, and truly a workhorse at the quarterback position. He has, I should say, a tall task ahead of him here in the second half. Like I said, pretty solid crowd across the way there. Wyomissing really filling the stands, just like Wilson did for that Governor Mifflin game a few weeks ago. And Wilson walked away with a victory in that one. So we're here in Section 4, Wyomissing and Twin Valley. Twin Valley projected preseason number 1 in Section 4. Wyomissing projected preseason number 2 in Section 4. And these two teams finally, after 7 weeks of the season, meet here in Week 8 at Twin Valley High School. Next week, Twin Valley will be on the road, Lampeter-Strasburg High School. It'll be Twin Valley on the road, taking on LS, a team that was preseason ranked 3rd in Section 4, and they are 7-0. Don Brown at the running back position has had one of the better years in the section from a running back standpoint, so we're excited to see him. And what that offense has been doing to teams has been spectacular, much like what we've seen Twin Valley do to teams in recent weeks. So stick with us for that one next week, Twin Valley and Lampeter-Strasburg. Wyomissing won the opening toss. They deferred for the second half, so they will receive here to open this third quarter. 14-9. It's been a true grudge match so far. Both teams not throwing the football at a high level. We know Wyomissing doesn't really do that to begin with, but Myers has only thrown 3 passes. He's completed 2 of them. It's been all rushing attempts all the way for both sides, some not planned, some obviously planned, and Evan Myers with 2 scramble runs, one not planned, and we saw that 50-yard burst, the other one an RPO option that he took down inside the 5-yard line. That set up a 2-yard rushing touchdown from Lucas Myers. And if you're a fan of football, there's no place you'd rather be here on a Friday night. 2 evenly matched teams. 2 quarters of football left to be played here tonight on homecoming weekend for Twin Valley. We're off here in the second half. And a pretty solid return there from Fleischhood. He's past the 25-yard line, and he'll get to exactly the 27. That's where this drive will start. And we talked about the clock management situation for really both sides. Twin Valley continues to work quickly on offense, but it's been the rushing attack that's worked to perfection so far for the Spartans that has milked the clock completely at a high level in that first half. First down and 10. Eisenhower in the backfield. It's an end around to Hardy. He's past the 30. He trips over himself, and he's down on the turf at around the 33. Justice Hardy, his 4th rushing touchdown of the season came in that first half. And he's up over 500 yards rushing now on the season. Second down and 3 after the 7-yard pickup from Hardy. Eisenhower remains the lone tailback. And we have a pre-snap penalty. Five-yard penalty on the Spartans. It'll back them up 5 yards. So what was a second down and 3 turns into a second down and 8. Eisenhower still the tailback. Hardy out there as well, top of your screen. Hardy goes in motion. He gets the carry on the end around. Makes a man miss, makes another man miss. He's in the open space, past the 50-yard line, inside the 40, and brought down there shortly after. Justice Hardy continues to play at a high level. And Wyomissing and head coach Bob Wolfram continues to get the ball in his hands for obvious reasons. First and 10 from the Raiders' 36-yard line. Well, when Hardy gets a full head of steam, it's hard to stop him. And he cuts on a dime. He shows you the talent. Eisenhower met immediately. And I tell you what, 4, maybe 5 black jerseys swarm Eisenhower on the first down carry. Something Twin Valley needs to do is continue to gang tackle. These backs are super talented, super big and athletic for Wyomissing, and they make men miss. Hardy and Macrina set out wide in the backfield. Eisenhower to tailback. Hardy will pitch it out. Macrina has the carry. He's past the 30-yard line, brought down just inside the 25. It's White to Hardy to Macrina, and he's got a Wyomissing first down. Have to continue to credit the offensive line for Wyomissing. Continue to move bodies up front. The Twin Valley defensive line has not been manhandled like this all season long. Clock again continues to milk. We're in the single digits now on the game clock here in the third quarter. Macrina gets his number called. He cuts it back upfield. No gain on the play. And finally, a positive play on the defensive side of things for the Raiders. Bring up a second down and 10. Ball is marked at the 22-yard line. White continues to run the show at a high level. Again, Coach Wolfram doesn't ask a lot of his quarterback, but one of the main things he asks him to do, not only outside of leading the team, is taking care of the football. And so far, he's done that. Eisenhower, the tail pack. 2nd down and 10. Motion. Hardy up the field inside the 20-yard line and brought down around the 18. Big 3rd down upcoming. 3rd and 5 to be exact. Wyomissing continuing to put the foot on the gas pedal here on this possession and trying to convert here on a 3rd down. McCrana to the right of your screen, number 23. Eisenhower in the backfield. McCrana and Hardy both in motion at the same time. That should have been a penalty. And Hardy is the ball carrier up the gut. He didn't get the 1st down. And again, another decision to be made from Coach Wolfram. He sent Maher out there for a 42-yard field goal attempt. It's a 4th down and 5. Under 8 to play. White will jog off to the sidelines. Maher missed from 42 yards earlier in this game. Wyomissing on the next possession was a little bit closer. Wolfram decided not to kick the field goal. This time he will. Maher's kick. It's up. And it's good. 17-9 your score. Wyomissing strikes first here in the second half. Twin Valley will have it on offense when we come back. Much like Wyomissing showed in the first half, Twin Valley answers the same way on defense. The bend but don't break offense. They hold Wyomissing to a field goal. And the score is now 17-9, early stages of this 3rd quarter. Maher set to kick off back to Evan Johnson, who's the return man here for Twin Valley. Only thing you could have asked for more if you're a Wyomissing fan is the touchdown on that possession. But what they did do is get points, and they did take off almost 5 minutes on the game clock as well. Maher to boot. It's not the best. And it's out of bounds. It's a penalty. Well, penalties continue to play a major role in this football game. Close score, turnovers, especially on that opening possession for Twin Valley, fumbling the football just as Hardy recovered. And Wyomissing went down and scored. Raiders will get the ball at the 35-yard line. Again, they usually get it at the 20 in the high school level. So it's a 15-yard penalty as the kickoff went out of bounds. Has to be frustrating for Maher, who just converted on the field goal and then puts his team in a little bit more of a vulnerable situation. 1st and 10 from the 35, Myers and company. Their first drive here. Johnson gets the carry, tries the left side. He's brought down after a 3-yard pickup. Eisenhower on the tackle. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Johnson out to the left of Myers. Again, 2nd down and 7. Johnson gets the carry again. He'll try the right side this time. Up the gut and brought down past the 40-yard line at the 43 to be exact. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. Under 7 to play in the 3rd quarter. Myers has the play call. Johnson to his left. Does Wyomissing sell out on the run here? Pressure shown on the edge. Johnson gets the carry up the gut, and he has the 1st down as he falls forward across the 45-yard line. Again, if you're just joining us, Max Gretzula on the call for the Flagship Network. Wyomissing 6-1, Twin Valley 7-0. Kickoff by Maher went out of bounds. Raiders started this possession at their own 35-yard line. Johnson gets the carry. He's brought down at the 48. So instead of the 20-yard line, the 35-yard line was where this drive started. And Twin Valley has picked up 1 first down so far on this drive. Johnson now in this ball game with double-digit carries, but not too much to show for it on the stat sheet. A guy who's usually over 100 yards on most games isn't anywhere close to that currently. Myers will keep himself. He'll try the left side. He's across the 50-yard line. There is a penalty marker down. Came out in the area of the secondary. And it looks like it's going to be about, indeed, a personal foul. Chop block is the call. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty on Twin Valley. And after I said the penalties are going to be a major storyline here in the second half, as well as the turnovers, you see a penalty marker at the highest of levels right there in a negative category for the Raiders. Ball marked at the 33-yard line, and Johnson is barreled over. Nydrowski flexing some muscle in the backfield. Third down and forever for Twin Valley. 3rd and 17 to be exact. Myers in the gun. Pre-snap motion. Johnson to his right. Myers with an RPO. Deep pass down the far sideline. Incomplete. And Twin Valley will have to punt this one away. What started as a promising drive turns ugly. And the Raiders will have to give the ball back. Just over 3 minutes taken off the game clock on that drive by Twin Valley. And with 4:15 to play in the 3rd, Wyomissing will get the football back. We have a penalty marker down. And again, that momentarily took a Wyomissing hop, but it dies around the 36-yard line. We have a penalty marker down, as I mentioned. We'll see what the call is. My guess would be offsides on Wyomissing. It looked like they had a couple of bodies over the line of scrimmage. Wow. False start on Twin Valley. Not the worst punt. This drive will start for the Spartans on their own 42-yard line. First down and 10. Just over 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Nydrowski is your tailback, fresh off of the big-time tackle in the backfield against Johnson, who couldn't escape. End around to Hardy. He finds another hole. He makes one man miss, and he's brought down right around midfield inside the logo. When Hardy gets a full head of steam headed around those corners, he's hard to bring down, especially when he has blockers out in front. They'll bring up a second down and 1 from midfield. Crowd trying to break out a Let's Go Raiders chant on the home team sideline. Hardy gets his number called again, and he's upended. But he did pick up the first down, and that'll move the chains. Hardy, not what you want to see if you're a Spartans fan. He limps off the football field, takes the helmet off, and he'll get looked at by the athletic training staff. So we'll bookmark Hardy's story here in the third quarter. And we have a timeout on the field. 17-9 your score. 3:04 to play in the third quarter. We'll step aside, try to give you an update on Hardy after this. Welcome back, everyone. Wyomissing will continue their drive. First down and 10 from the Twin Valley 48-yard line. We'll continue to keep an eye on Hardy. He's on the sideline right now getting looked at. It looks to be that right ankle. Nydrowski gets the carry, makes a couple of men miss, and he's brought down just before the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Two-man backfield. Fleischhood in motion. McCrane gets his number called. He'll try the left side. There's nowhere to go, and he's brought down immediately around the line of scrimmage. And Hardy now, with the helmet back on, jogs onto the football field. So after a few plays on the sideline, after he limped off, he's back on the field. And it's much needed now. As the Spartans face a third down and long. Nydrowski in the backfield. White back to pass. Deep shot down the near sideline. It's caught. It's Hardy to the 10, and he scores. They'll mark him just shy of the goal line. We have a flag on the play, so what could have been one of the craziest, if not the biggest play of the game outside the Myers run, possibly could get wiped away. He was indeed marked just inside the 1-yard line, it seemed. Wow, they knocked him out of bounds. Referees will come to discuss. Sideline warning is your call. It'll go against Wyomissing. But it's a big-time pickup for number 5 in the white jersey. Make it a 41-yard pass from White, catch to Hardy. And it sets up a first down and goal from the 1-yard line. And the Wyomissing offense here with a talented backfield looking to have a field day here from the 1. Hand to Nydrowski. He's in, untouched to the end zone. Touchdown, Wyomissing. Unbelievable. Great pass from White. Gave, honestly, Hardy a great opportunity to go grab it instead of him having to wait in the open field. And number 14 connects with number 5, and Nydrowski caps off an amazing drive from this Spartans offense. 23-9 your score pending the extra point. Maher on for it. Kick is up. It's good. It's 24-9. Spartans lead over Twin Valley on the road. And it's a quiet crowd here in Elberson, Pennsylvania. We'll step aside and be right back. (24-9) your score. It's the 41-yard catch and run from Hardy that set up the first down and goal from the 1-yard line, and Nydrowski punched it in. Wyomissing ahead, 24-9. And there's an uneasiness over the crowd here on the home side of things at Twin Valley High School. Maher to kick off for Wyomissing. Ben Grundy back to return for Twin Valley. Again, this is a Twin Valley team that came into this game 7-0. They put up 40-plus points in their last 2 games, and they did not allow a point in those games either. Grundy on the return. Picks it at the 15. He's up past the 30-yard line. And that's Evan Johnson. My apologies. He's up past the 30-yard line. So it's a healthy gain on the return. Evan Johnson trying to breathe his team out of their own territory. And indeed, they do have some room to work with. So this drive starts at the Twin Valley 31-yard line. Raiders need to answer. That's an understatement. Myers in the gun. Johnson to his left. They'll pitch it to him. He's got it. And he's met by 3 white jerseys. Eisenhower, the first one there. And there's just nowhere to go tonight for Evan Johnson. A player that has over 3,000 total yards for this Raiders team in his high school career cannot find running room here tonight. Second down and 10. And that pass is caught and complete, at least momentarily. Grundy was the intended target, but it goes incomplete. Much to the liking of that Wyomissing crowd on the far sideline. So that'll set up a 3rd down and 10. Third and 12 to be exact after the 2-yard loss from Myers on that first play on this drive. Myers in the shotgun. All the pressure in the world on his shoulders here on 3rd down and 12. Clean pocket momentarily, and he finds his receiver past the 50-yard line. Still on his feet, down the far sideline, and knocked out of bounds there. It's Ben Grundy. Ball's marked at the 30-yard line. Myers in the gun, Johnson in motion. They'll swing it out to him. Johnson looking for some running room. He works his way past the 30, and he's brought down. That's a man's tackle. Nydrowski puts an exclamation point on the end of this 3rd quarter. 12 minutes of game action left. 2 chunk plays, but nothing else to show for it so far in this game, mostly for the Twin Valley offense. We'll step aside. They're threatening here as we head into the fourth quarter.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Welcome back, Welcome back, everybody. Jeez, this game's got me thrown through a loop here a little bit. 12 minutes of game action left to be played here on homecoming weekend at Twin Valley High School in Everson, Pennsylvania. It's been a fun one so far. It's been all Wyomissing so far on the scoreboard. 24-9, they lead Twin Valley outside of a 50-yard rush from Evan Myers. And a big-time completion there, making a 45-yard catch and run from Grundy. It's been all quiet on the offensive side of things for the Raiders. Myers, empty backfield. First down and 10. Myers takes the snap. He'll dart up the middle. Past the 25, now tackled inside the 20. And Myers starting to do it with his legs here in the fourth quarter. Myers picks up the first down with his legs. Ball's marked at the 18. Myers to the end zone. Touchdown, it's Grundy. He's got 2 big plays on this possession. The 40-plus yard catch and run down the far sideline. And then the touchdown reception right there. Raiders will go for 2. They trail 24-15 pending this 2-point conversion. Johnson to the left of Myers. Raiders trying to make this a 1-possession game again. Myers, pitch, it's on, and it's converted. Lucas Myers on the pitch play. Much like the Mahomes to Travis Kelce. It's converted for 2, and it's an 8-point Wyomissing lead. 7-point Wyomissing lead after that. I didn't make it too far in math class. We'll step aside and be right back. Fourth quarter.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
24-17 your score. Wyomissing leads, but it's the touchdown. The pass from Myers, the catch from Grundy on that last possession to bring the Raiders just a little bit closer. They're within a touchdown now of tying this ball game up. Poor kick. Hardy will take it. And brought down just past the 30-yard line. It's Fleischhood, excuse me. And we have a late penalty marker down on the field. It's going to be a hold against Wyomissing on the return, so we'll back them up 10 yards. They were set up in decent field position to start on the 32, and they'll be backed up closer to where they normally start on a kick or a touchback, I should say. Again, the touchback rules at high school bring the football out to the 20-yard line, college the 25, and now in the NFL the 30. So Wyomissing, that has milked the clock all game long, will try to continue to do that and put points on the board here early on in the fourth quarter. Ball's marked just inside the 21-yard line. That's where Wyomissing will go to work. Eisenhower in the backfield. Pre-snap motion. Ball goes to him, and he's met immediately in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. A little bit of a 2nd down and 11 for this Wyomissing team that really hasn't faced too many 2nd down or 3rd down and longs here tonight. But one thing that can be said is that game clock continues to run here in the 4th quarter. Raiders need to get off the field quickly to give themselves a chance to tie this game up. Eisenhower still in the backfield. Hardy goes in motion. He gets the carry, tries the right side, and he's still on his feet past the 30-yard line and out of bounds near the 1st down marker. We'll see. But when in doubt tonight, put the ball in the hands of number 5, and he gets the job done. Move the chains. 1st down, Wyomissing. There is a penalty marker down on the field. Sideline warning on the Raiders. We saw that on the Spartan side of things earlier on in that 3rd quarter. So now both teams' sidelines have been warned here tonight. First down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Eisenhower tries to turn the corner. He's brought down immediately. And it's going to be a gain of about 1, maybe just back to the line of scrimmage. Eisenhower did get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to wind here in the 4th quarter. I'll continue to mention that. With Wyomissing running the football so much, there isn't too many chances to stop the clock. Macrina has some blockers in front, turns the corner, picks up 10, maybe about 13 overall on the play. And he's quick off his feet, back to the huddle. That's good enough for a Spartans 1st down, obviously. And we'll move the chains. Ball's marked at the 44-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Spartans. White takes the snap. It's an end around. Hardy with no one in front of him. Tries to get past his defender. Johnson, he does. All the way down the sideline. Hardy untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. That's Hardy's 2nd touchdown of the game, and it couldn't have come at a better time for Wyomissing. Under 10 to play in the 4th quarter, and number 5 continues to put his fingerprints all over this football game.
Oh, let me take this off.
Maher on for the extra point. It's up. And it is good. Wyomissing has dropped the 30-piece here on the road tonight, 31 to be exact, on homecoming weekend for Twin Valley. It's not over yet, however. We'll step aside and be right back after this.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes.
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henne. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to
Telling me that this is really work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Welcome back, everyone. Grundy and Johnson set to return, and Maher set to boot this one away. 31-17 is your score. Twin Valley, who looked down and out at halftime, it was 14-9, but you could tell outside of the score they just didn't look right on offense. Myers came out firing, found Grundy for a touchdown, and now Myers will be tasked with leading yet another charge, something he hasn't been asked to do too much here so far this season. Again, blowing teams out of the water has what this Raiders team has been all about. They haven't really faced a tall task. It's a false start, which is rare to see on a kickoff, but that's the call. So back up the Spartans 5 yards on the kickoff. And they will kick off now exactly from the 35-yard line. So we touched on the fact that the Raiders haven't given up points in the last 2 games. And 3 out of the last 4 games, they've held their opponents scoreless. Tonight it's been a different story in a major way, however. 31 points given up to this Wyomissing team. And the game plan tonight for Coach Wolfram couldn't have been more perfect. Not only putting points on the scoreboard is the name of the game, but they've milked the clock and held Evan Johnson and company off of the field for the most part here tonight, limiting their possessions. Kick is away. Johnson has the return on the far sideline, works his way up past the 30, now the 35, 40-yard line, make it the 41 to be exact. And that's Moser on the return, my apologies. And that's where this drive will start on the 41. So Myers and Johnson back onto the football field. They will lead the charge offensively and hope that this offensive line can hold up as they have met their match here tonight in the trenches. First down and 10 from the 41-yard line of Twin Valley. Myers in the gun, Johnson to his right. Pre-snap motion, Johnson to the top of your screen. They'll sling it out to him. And he'll get past the 45, still on his feet, and he's out of bounds around midfield and into enemy territory, make it the 49-yard line of Wyomissing. That's good enough for a Raiders first down. Johnson out of bounds, and that stops the clock. Empty backfield for Myers. Clean pocket. He's back to pass. He'll go deep down on the far sideline, and the flag is on. It's going to be a pass interference against Wyomissing. So Johnson lined up out wide, didn't motion. And the do-it-all type of tailback draws the pass interference penalty. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. It'll go from the 49-yard line all the way up to the 34-yard line of Wyomissing. And some more confusion, some more whistles on the football field. That'll give us a time to try to recap what we've seen so far here in this second half. It's been big play after big play. They've come few and far between for this Twin Valley offense, but that's really what's kept them in the game. It hasn't been a dink and dunk type of deal for this Raiders offense here tonight. It's been big play, pass interference penalties, big-time rushing attempts from Myers, and he'll try to do so right here. Spins away from a tackler. Now he's bodied up, and he dives forward past the 35-yard line, and we have an injured Raider on the football field. He'll jog off under his own power. And we're under 7 to play. Excuse me, we're under 8 to play, or 9 to play here in the fourth quarter. Myers in the gun. Johnson will get the little pitch pass. He's past the 35. He's tackled and hit hard at the 31, and there's a late penalty marker down on the football field. I think that's going to be a late hit, possibly helmet-to-helmet contact on Wyomissing. So for a first half, that moved at a very quick pace. Penalty markers have told the story here in the fourth quarter, and that slowed things down a little bit. And again, there it is. Targeting called against Wyomissing. You can hear it all the way up here in the truck. No, dangerous play. We know that at all levels. And no different here at the high school level. So it's a 15-yard penalty. It sets up the Raiders with a first down and 10 from their 15-yard line of their opponents. Johnson goes in motion, top of your screen. Myers will keep it himself, and he'll dive forward inside of the 15-yard line. So we have the 50-yard run in the first half. Again, we call that a big chunk play, obviously. And the touchdown pass make it about a 25-yarder to Grundy. 15-yard pass interference penalty to keep this drive going for Twin Valley. And they've dipped and dodged danger, especially on this drive. Some things could have been costly. Myers runs again, and he just continues to take unnecessary hits late in this game. Has to be a concern as this season rolls on, as Myers can do so many things with his legs, but he's getting hit hard here tonight. He's taking some shots. Homecoming weekend, Myers wants to play at a four-year university at the next level at the quarterback position. He's got a tall task in front of him here tonight, as we have a penalty marker down on the field. Knight on the reception, his first catch of the game. And we'll see what the call is. Again, penalty markers continue to play a role here in the fourth quarter. It looks like this one's going to go against Twin Valley. Twin Valley picks up a holding penalty. That'll back them up 10 yards. It'll bring up the third down and long. Ball marked at the 23-yard line. Empty backfield for Myers. Now Johnson comes in motion, back out. Clean pocket. All day to throw for Myers. Deep shot. And it's off the hands of the defender and incomplete. Armstead on in coverage was able to get his hand on the pass. And that'll bring up a fourth down for Twin Valley. Just over 7 to go in the fourth quarter. Raiders will go for it. Johnson in the gun, or excuse me, Myers in the gun. That was back to pass. And this time he'll go deep to the near sideline, and it's a touchdown. Knight with his second reception of the game. This one good for 6. And the Raiders aren't dead yet here in the fourth quarter. Schaefer on to attempt the extra point. The man who just caught the touchdown, Knight, will be the holder. And the extra point is good. So Twin Valley brings themselves back to within a touchdown. 6:54 to play in the fourth quarter. Wyomissing up 7. We'll get the ball back. Welcome back, everyone. 31-24 your score. Senior night here at Twin Valley High School. 6:54 to play in the fourth quarter. Schaefer will kick off. Wyomissing will get the football back. And on a fourth down and long, Myers is able to connect with Knight on the touchdown pass. And that ball will go out of bounds. And the penalty marker is down on the field. So this drive will start at the 35-yard line of Wyomissing. It's a big penalty for a Raiders team that's trying to give themselves a chance to get the football back and tie this game up. It's a 15-yard penalty on a drive that, if you're a Raiders fan, should have started at the 20. Instead, it's the 35. Eisenhower in the backfield, White under center. Fleischhood gets the carry, and he's bottled up in the backfield. It's a 2-yard loss on first down. That'll bring up a second down and 12. So tough with this Wyomissing offense to try to figure out what number is going to get their name called on every rushing attempt. A lot of pre-snap motion and lots of end-arounds as well. We see it right here. Hardy gets the carry. He's brought down after a gain of 1. And that'll bring up a third down and 10. Biggest play of the game upcoming for this Raiders defense. They've given up 31 points on their home turf. But right now they have a chance to make up for it. White again goes under center. Eisenhower still in the backfield. Hardy with the purple gloves, bottom of your screen. White is back to pass. He has Hardy out of the backfield. He catches it. Past midfield, past the 40. Cuts it back upfield. Makes a man miss. Makes another one miss. Still on his feet and brought down at the 16. Justice Hardy there when you need him most. And the drive continues for the Spartans. First down and 10 from the 16-yard line. Eisenhower and Hardy in the backfield. White takes the snap. He'll give it to Hardy. He'll try the right side, and he's brought down immediately after a gain of maybe a half yard. Under 5 to play now in the fourth quarter. Second down and 10. Armstead now into the game as a late substitution. Number 3 in the white jersey. Eisenhower still the tailback. And we have a pre-snap penalty. Delay game. It's going to go against Wyomissing. It'll back them up 5 yards. That's their first delay game penalty here tonight. And for a team that's so good milking the clock, it's somewhat surprising to see here late in the fourth quarter. And with that being said, the Raiders will call a timeout. Quick timeout. We'll be right back. 4:07 to go in the fourth quarter.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Welcome back, everyone. 31-24 is your score. 4:07 to play in the fourth quarter. Wyomissing moving after the catch and run on third down from Justice Hardy. Ball's marked at the 21-yard line after the delay of game penalty. McCrana, bottom of your screen in the backfield. Eisenhower, the lone tailback. McCrana gets the carry, turns the corner, and he's brought down after he drives his way inside the 20-yard line. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this matchup has lived up to the hype so far here tonight. Wyomissing coming into this game 6-1. And on senior night for Twin Valley, they come into this game with a record of 7-0. But they have met their match here tonight in the form of Wyomissing, with Lampeter-Strasburg still looming a week from tonight. The three top teams in Section 4 doing battle over the next 2 weeks. White under center, Eisenhower in the gun. Here comes Hardy in motion. It's Eisenhower. He has some running room, and he falls forward to about the 15-yard line. That's good for a pickup of about 4, maybe 5 on the play. Eisenhower shaken up with the ankle. Will stay here as Twin Valley calls timeout. Well, when you talk about powerhouse teams, you see them right here tonight. And again, none of this could be possible without our sponsors. We appreciate them for jumping on board this season. Palumbo Foods, CBL Custom Apparel, the Reading Raptors, the Wyomissing Family Restaurant, UECU, Leo Design Gallery and Flower Shop, the Surgical Institute of Reading, Mays Sandwich Shop, and the Bulldog Hour. Student body out and about here tonight on a blackout night on senior night. Next week, however, will be at Lampeter-Strasburg. It'll be Lampeter-Strasburg hosting Twin Valley a week from tonight, and that's a tall task for a team in the Raiders that came into tonight with a record of 7-0, but they're in a dogfight against the 6-1 Wyomissing Spartans. So 2 tough matchups back-to-back weeks. And after the timeout, Maher will be on for the field goal attempt. The kick is up. And it's good. Maher boots through a 30-yard field goal attempt. And that extends the Wyomissing lead up to 10 points now. It's a 2-possession game with 3:22 to play in the fourth quarter. What a big-time drive. And the biggest play of them all came from number 5. The pass from White. Hasn't been asked to do a lot at the quarterback position with his arm here tonight, but when he has been called upon, he's delivered. And Justice Hardy is the right man for the job as he moved the football deep in the Twin Valley territory, and that gave the opportunity to Maher to boot that one through for the field goal. 10-point lead for Wyomissing. Maher will be on to kick this one away with just over 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And for a team in Twin Valley that has been one of the more dominant teams offensively, not only that, defensively as well, giving up 34 points on their home turf on senior night was not in the cards for most of their fans here tonight. Grundy and Johnson back to return. Maher to kick. And this one is booted away. Moser on the return, number 1. He's brought down immediately and hit hard around the 24-yard line. Moser on the return, hit hard. And we have an injury timeout on the field. 34-24 your score, 10-point lead. We'll step aside and be right back after this, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Welcome back, everyone. Injured Spartan, able to jog off the field under his own power. He will get looked at by the medical team on the Wyomissing sideline. This drive will start at the Twin Valley 24-yard line. They have to strike quickly to remain in this ball game. 34-24 your score. Raiders trail on their home turf. Myers back to pass. Johnson on the wheel route. Gets his number called, and the pass goes incomplete, but we have pass interference. Fleischhood in coverage, and he will be the guilty party on the pass attempt for Myers. So Wyomissing at this point with a 10-point lead just continues to shoot themselves in the foot. You got to get away from that, or at least try to stay off of the defender as long as you can if you're Fleischhood. Easier said than done when you're up in the booth, however. And it'll be a 15-yard pass interference penalty. And move the ball forward. They'll mark it at the 39. So the ball goes from the 24 to the 39. That's where this drive will continue. Fleischhood at the safety position. Now backpedals. Clean pocket for Myers. He'll step up. He's dangerous with the legs. We know that. Tough throw across his body, and it falls incomplete. Looking for Grundy. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10, still from the 39-yard line, under 3 to play in the fourth quarter. In a matchup that was billed highly, and so far, at least in my opinion, has lived up to the hype. Again, another empty backfield. Johnson at the bottom of your screen. Myers loads up, goes deep, near sideline. It's caught! And it's Johnson. It's a Twin Valley touchdown. We do have a penalty marker down on the field. And this one is going to come back. It's going to be a hold against Twin Valley. Amazing to see Evan Johnson, however. Let's touch on him after this penalty. Because not only can he do it with his legs, he's not had the best night rushing the football from the running back position. But when you spread him out wide, he has the speed not only to get past the secondary, but the catching ability and the ball skills to go up and get it. Truly is a do-it-all type of player on offense. Longer discussion here than normal for the referees. And we have a banged-up player on the field. Well, you never know what's going to happen when you tune into a game, really of any sport. And tonight, looks like we have a Spartan cramping down there in the end zone. Never fun when you have to run toe-to-toe with Johnson. So the ball currently placed at the 29-yard line after the touchdown catch of 71 yards. And the injured Spartan is Justice Hardy. We saw him limp off the field earlier in this game. Came back in healthy. Not the place, or I should say not the best place to go down and get looked at. But nevertheless, just a couple feet from the far sideline around the 8-yard line on the opposite end of the field. Hardy continues to get looked at by the athletic training staff. Meanwhile, Myers back to work. Shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, Back to pass, steps up, going deep yet again over the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Matt Knight was the intended target. Knight also with a touchdown catch already in this ball game. At one point, that got the Raiders to within a touchdown, 31-24 momentarily, but the field goal has extended the Wyomissing lead. Myers again, back to pass, steps up. He's got a clean pocket, but he's hit from behind. Ball pops out. Wyomissing's on it. Wyomissing's on it. Myers has done so many spectacular things here tonight. But when the pressure mounts the highest, he goes into no man's land, loses the feel of the pocket, one thing we rarely see from number 10, and it's a strip sack. Francisco Fabian on the recovery. Unbelievable game so far here tonight. It's not over yet. .227 to play in the fourth quarter. Fleischhood tries to turn the corner, picks up a couple before the whistle blows. Well, if you're just joining us, a few first possessions of the game for both sides went scoreless. Offenses looked a little sluggish. Defenses made some big-time plays. And things started to heat up a little bit. The stars shined the brightest, Justice Hardy doing so. And the backfield as well with Nydrowski and Eisenhower. They all performed at a high level. I'm sure they will continue to do so. Nydrowski now the tailback on this play. White under center made a couple of big-time throws, the most recent on a third down conversion to Hardy on the near sideline. Nydrowski does not want to go down, and he's brought down finally at the 10-yard line. 1, 2, 3 bodies it takes to bring number 24 down. I sure don't want to be in front of him. That's good enough for the Spartans' first down. And the Wyomissing crowd on their feet cheering officially from their far sideline. Took a little bit for the Raiders to get their sea legs under them. Myers still rushing at the highest of levels in that first half, even into the second half as well. Found Grundy for a touchdown. Found Knight for a touchdown. But it just wasn't enough here tonight on senior night. Wyomissing takes a knee. And they'll have to do so one more time before the clock expires here tonight. That'll do it. Wyomissing goes on the road on senior night into a tough environment here at Twin Valley High School, a team that has held their last two opponents scoreless and have put up 40 points in their last two games as well. The Spartans knock off the Raiders here tonight by a final score of 34-24. Let's talk about your player of the game. He's right there in the front of the line, and for good reason. Justice Hardy with 2 touchdowns. Here tonight, he's not asked to carry the full load in the backfield, but when he does get his name called, he can do it as a rusher and he can do it as a pass catcher, and we saw both of those things on display here tonight. So for one final time, Max Gretzula and the rest of our crew, thank you guys behind the scenes here. We'll say so long from Twin Valley High School. Wyomissing 34, Twin Valley 24. Have a good night, everyone. Welcome back to Twin Valley High School, everyone. It's been a fun one here tonight. The final score, Wyomissing 34, Twin Valley 24. Max Gretzel on the call with you all tonight. It's been super fun here. It lived up to the billing, truthfully, in my opinion. You had two teams coming in with high expectations into this game, and Coach Bob Wolfram, who has a stadium named after him at Wyomissing High School, brought his team in here on the road on senior night and got the job done, put up 34 points on a team that had not given up a single point against their last two opponents, and they leave here with a victory. They improved to 7-1 on the season. Twin Valley drops one here tonight. They lose. They'll fall to 7-1 on the season. They will be on the road next week for another tall task. It'll be a Section 4 matchup yet again. The number 2 team now in the section, Lampeter-Stroudsburg, will take on Twin Valley, and that will be at 7 o'clock a week from tonight. Everyone, we're looking forward to that. Myself and our team here behind the scenes will be there. And one final time, Max Gretzel will sign off here from Twin Valley High School. 7-1 now, Twin Valley, 7-1 Wyomissing, two teams that we expect to see later down the road, possibly in the playoffs. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it
so,
wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
no, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henry. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to.
telling me that this is going to work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.